Deb here, and in this video, I want to share some common signs of exercise addiction because even though I tend to focus on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to food addiction and binge eating and overeating, when it came to my own food addiction, I also swung in the complete opposite direction with severe controlling and obsessive behavior, severe rigidity when it came to over-exercising and when it came to trying to control my body. And I find that this is actually a really common thing for people who struggle with their relationship with food. So I've put together this list of common signs that you might have an addiction to exercise. And this video is not designed to diagnose you. It's just really designed to help you get some clarity about your own path. So if you do relate to these signs as we go through it, then make sure to stick around all the way to the end because I'm going to share with you the two major things that I did that put me on my path of freedom from exercise addiction and from food addiction, and actually from all my addictions that you can absolutely do too. And by the way, if you want to see more videos about exercise addiction or about just extreme controlling and obsessive behaviors as it relates to food in your body, just please leave a comment below and go ahead and like this video so I know to make more videos like this for you. And if you're returning to this channel, so glad you are here. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Debbie Lichter. I'm a food addiction expert and founder of the Freedom Embodied Academy, where I help women get free from food addiction and body obsession so that you can feel comfortable in your skin and really just have a joyful and fulfilling life. And everything that I share on this channel is part of what helped me get free from my food addiction and food obsession and body obsession and eating disorder 12 years ago, and things that I've been teaching women ever since to help them get on their path of freedom too. Okay, sign number one that you might have an addiction to exercise is that the feeling of needing to work out consumes your thoughts. Your life revolves around exercise. You might even decline plans or avoid seeing others so that you can get your workout in. Sign number two is that if you don't or you can't work out, you get highly agitated. So you get irritable, you get angry, you snap at people, you might even get anxious. Essentially, if you're not able to work out, you are not okay. So sign number three is that you exercise at intensities and at lengths of time that far exceed that of a normal workout regimen. Now, I know that this is relative because what's a normal workout regimen? But I think it really comes down to who you're being when you're working out and why you're doing it. Like if you're going for an 8 to 10 mile run just to feel good about yourself or to burn off the day's calories, or in my case, if you feel like you haven't done anything worthwhile with yourself unless you have spent an hour on the Stairmaster at peak speed, that's what sign number three is really referring to. It's referring to that obsessive or compulsive need to push yourself for extended lengths of time or extended intensities, which brings me to sign number four. Sign number four is that you push your body past the point of exhaustion and override your body's needs for rest and recovery. You might even work out when you are sick or when you are injured or when you're experiencing body breakdown in any capacity. Sign number five is that you obsess about food and your body. So typically with exercise addiction, you're not only constantly thinking about needing to work out, you're also consumed with thoughts about food and your body. So in this way, exercise addiction actually creates a lot of self-absorption. We might be really critical of ourselves, but we can't stop thinking about ourselves. Sign number six is that you operate in extremes. You are black or white, all or nothing when it comes to exercise and food. This might have you engaging in patterns of extreme dieting or restriction or starvation and over-exercise, followed by out-of-control eating and binging. Sign number seven is you weigh yourself constantly, maybe even multiple times a day, and your sense of worth and self-esteem are determined by the number on the scale. And because of your obsession with weight, in sign 8, you might take energy supplements, diet pills, or even take drugs to try and boost your metabolism and burn more calories. Or as we see in sign number 9, you might intentionally try to dehydrate yourself so that you can look leaner and weigh less. And finally, sign number 10 that you might have an exercise addiction is that whatever weight you lose or muscle you gain or results you get, it never feels like enough. So if you're relating to this list, I just want to say that you are not alone and that you can absolutely get free from this. You can learn to have a healthy relationship with exercise, with your body, and with food. And I also just want to say that, I used to be terrified of not being like this because I was afraid that if I wasn't this regimented and rigid and compulsive, that I would get fat. And I just want to say that that is not only is that not true, but actually here I am over a decade later, and I am healthier and fitter than I ever was. So if you have that fear, I just want you to know that that's actually a part of the addiction, that's a part of the compulsion, and you can even get free from that fear too. So if that's what you want, then I want to share with you the two major things that I did that put me on my path of freedom from all of this insanity. So the first thing was that I got honest with myself that what I was doing was not healthy. This was not just me being more disciplined than other people. I was using exercise to try and soothe the part of me that felt inadequate and that felt not enough. And here's the thing is that exercise will never be able to do that. Exercise will never be able to make us feel like we're good enough or make us feel worthy or make us feel truly comfortable in our own skin. For that, we need to do the inner work, which brings me to the second thing that I did, which was to work with a mentor who had been where I'd been and who could show me the way out. I mean, here's the thing about addiction is that the mind that is addicted is full of delusions and denial and stories and beliefs that are keeping us stuck. And so I personally needed someone to help me get past my own stuff. And someone who also could just call me out in a loving way and who knew where I needed to go because I was so stuck in a spin cycle in my own patterns. So, if you are getting honest, if you are relating to the signs that we've been talking about in this video, I highly encourage you as a next step to consider finding a mentor who you resonate with and having them help you in guiding you along your pathway of getting free. So I hope this video gives you some clarity around your own relationship with exercise and some ideas about some next steps for you if you do suspect that you might struggle with exercise addiction. I'm also going to leave a few links to some more videos in the description below that I think can help you. And I will also leave a link if you would like to explore getting my support with getting free from exercise addiction or food obsession. I'll leave a link below for you to schedule a call with my team and we can explore that together. And again, just thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to be on this pathway with you. If you got some value in this video here today, please do give the video a like. Make sure to subscribe. Would love to have you be a part of the community, and I will see you next time.